The Big Show on Hodaki. Thanks to Night and Day. For the best milkshakes, thick shakes, and super thick shakes.
Don't fight it. It's time to go up a size. This is the biggest.
This is the biggest.
Our biggest show.
The Hodaki Big Show. With Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Oh, g'day, you mad bastards. Great to have your company this Tuesday afternoon. It is the 16th of January 2024, and you, my friends, are listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night Day. Keyzie, as always, how's life, mate?
Life's great today, Jase.
Yeah, nice.
I mean, I had a pretty good sleep last night.
Oh, did you?
Yep. And I've come in and I've seen you, and you know we're going to address this shortly, but you've really turned things on this year. And it's really brought a smile to a lot of people's faces.
Yeah. A lot of people have been mentioning the fact that I look pretty hot at the moment.
Yeah.
Which has sort of taken me back a little
you
because
be used to that, eh?
Well, I'm not used to that. You know, I'm a pretty humble fella. I'm an older guy. I consider I'm beyond my prime.
What, 43?
So having all these people say how hot I'm looking, it is throwing me. I'll be honest with you, Keyzie.
How do you feel about the sort of, what's it called when people treat you like a
star?
Not a piece of meat or a star. Certainly not a star.
Like a stud.
Like they're objectifying you.
Yeah, look, I've been used to that throughout my life.
Right, I thought you just said that you weren't.
I was always kind of looked upon as the stud, I guess.
Right.
Funnily enough, when they brought me back for the Big Show, Keyzie, they were very specific and upfront about the fact that they saw me as the eye candy of the show.
Right. Of this show,
yeah. So I went, look, whatever it takes to get back into radio, I'm prepared to do it.
Eye candy.
If people are just going to ogle me, then so be it. Right? There's nothing I can do about it. Mate, when I'm walking down the street and people are just staring at me, you just have to take it on the chin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if you're a good-looking dude, you're a good-looking dude. Hey, speaking of good-looking dudes...
Great start to the show, by the way.
Old Mogi.
Yeah.
Some people have gone, where the hell's Mogi? As we talked about yesterday, he's been getting really carried away with getting his bullos lasered.
Yeah.
To such an extent that he's now got a dehydrated scrotum. And he's needing to take a couple of days longer on his break just to recover from that.
And the doctors are saying Friday. Fortunately, that's when we're doing a live show from Brewco at Mount Maunganui the night before the Black Clash. If you're the eye candy of the show, would you say that Mogi is the nose candy?
Oh, yeah, definitely. He's got a massive snoz. And we can say that because he's not here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
I'm not going to.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty obvious, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's hard not to notice his massive snout. Hey, but listen, we've got a big show ahead. A bit of an update on the Peugeot. Keyzie's a little worried I'm going to embarrass him at the Mount on Friday.
That's right.
And plenty more. Text us on 3483 or give us a talk back. Send a message directly to the studio. Here's the White Stripes.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Oh, yes, indeed. The Who there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this glorious Tuesday afternoon. The time is 12 minutes past 4 o'clock.
Obviously, you've got Keyzie and Hoodie J here. Mogi will be in on Friday, which is very exciting for our live show at the Mount. But, Jase, one thing I've noticed after 2 days, mentioned it in the last break as well, is that you have come in this year with like a swagger about you. You've come in with quite a clear difference in the way you're dressing. You're acting the same. You might have thought to change that a
cool
little bit.
And chill and all that sort of stuff. Yeah.
Totally, man.
Yeah,
hard
cool.
out. But so even today, so you've walked in, obviously you've got your new beard that you're having a crack at.
Yeah.
And kudos to you for trying,
Thanks, man.
You've also got a shirt, like some sort of Planet 8 shirt or something that you've dug out. I've never seen it before.
shirt.
Planet 8.
Oh, Planet 8.
It's a cool brand. So where'd you get that, JJ's or something?
My wife bought it for me.
Yeah, nice. Even cooler.
Can I just say on that front, my wife pretty much buys all my shirts.
Right.
And my undies.
What about your weird hoodie? Did she buy that?
She bought me, actually, funnily enough, Keyzie, 2 hoodies yesterday, and they were bloody top quality.
Right. Weird or normal?
No, really normal.
Cool. That's good.
Yeah.
So you've got your cool shirt on, your beard. Are you wearing fake tan?
No.
Right. Have you been out in the sun?
That's liver failure.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. A lot of people look at me and go, God, you had a great tan you're running there, Hoodie J.
Yeah.
No. I stay out of the sun. My liver's packed in.
Right, okay.
From all the years of hard drinking that I used to go through.
The other thing you've got going on, so you think of all of those things, the main one I've noticed today especially is you're wearing some new kicks, some new pumps.
Oh, yeah,
some new shoes.
Yeah.
They're like Skechers or something.
Oh, they're Pumas.
Are they Pumas? Because
Yeah,
they look
yeah.
like Skechers. They look like the shoes that mainly women wear in order to
Mainly
sort of
women.
lift up their calves a wee bit and then
Show off their asses.
show off their ass. Yes,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
that's what
yeah.
it looks like.
Yeah, well, that as you know, I've got an extension in one of my heels.
Yeah.
Because one of my legs is shorter than the other.
Yeah, that's right.
And it does have the added advantage, but they have got pumps in them.
Yeah.
And it does accentuate my calves and really make my ass pop.
It does make your ass pop. And
Yeah. Have you noticed? I mean, I really appreciate the fact, Keyzie, that you've noticed all these things happening with me. I feel almost like you're coming on to me. That's the only thing I'm worried about.
What this is just me paying a colleague of mine a compliment and saying, man, you've clearly put in some work over summer. You've had a glow up. So what are they? Are they Pumas? Because they look like Skechers or something.
Right, no, they're Pumas.
They are? Okay.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, man, like you've clearly, and I've come back looking the same.
Well, as I say, I mean, it looks like you've had a good Christmas, Keyzie.
Yeah, I have.
And you've really enjoyed the Christmas hams.
Yeah, whereas you've been hard at the gym.
Yeah,
clearly.
well, I have been hard at the gym.
Yeah.
Actually, but listen, I appreciate it.
I just want to say kudos to you, man.
Thanks.
And you've clearly put in a lot of work, and it's working. You're looking good.
Yeah. Oh, look, I really appreciate that, Keyzie.
Yeah. There's no underlying nothing, just straight up.
Yeah,
Looking good.
that's good. Because you came in today wearing new sunglasses, I noticed.
Yeah, they're cool,
Yeah.
eh?
Well,
We'll get into that later.
were they like comedy sunglasses?
No, they weren't comedy
Oh, they weren't
sunglasses.
comedy?
Nah,
Oh,
no.
okay. Did you buy them from Temu?
No, they were full
right.
price.
Oh, so you thought they
They
look cool?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
we'll post a photo of them and see what the people think.
Oh, I
eh?
can't wait. Let's do that.
Here's Red Hot Chili Peppers.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
The exponents there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. The time is 23 minutes past 4 o'clock. Now, yesterday there was quite an extensive chat, wasn't there, Keyzie, about the possibility of Hoodie J buying this magnificent Peugeot that I saw when I was car shopping a couple of weeks ago.
That's right. So you had a Nissan Tita, you fell in love with it. It's the best car you've ever driven in your life. It then got stolen. And then the next best car you've driven in your life was a Peugeot.
Can I say the Peugeot was far better than the Tita?
Of course it was. The
Yes.
Tita is a cheap, entry-level car designed to be reliable. Whereas the Peugeot is the opposite of that.
Sure.
But we put a poll up on our Instagram, Hodaki Big Show, and I've got to say, this is one of the closest polls we've ever done. But you basically said, depending on the outcome of this poll, that will decide whether or not you buy the Peugeot.
Yeah, and can I just make the point too, actually, that yesterday on the show I got a massive amount of jip for wanting to buy a Peugeot. I think it would be fair to say, Keyzie, 95% of the comments were vehemently against me purchasing said car.
Well, here are some that came through late yesterday evening. My wife bought a Peugeot the other day. I'd rather she cheated on me with her personal trainer and blatantly flaunted it in front of me than drive a Peugeot.
Oh, that'd be pretty grim, though, if your wife cheated on you with her personal trainer. That'd be horrible. That'd be devastating.
Yeah, exactly. I had a Peugeot for a couple of years and it caught on fire on the way back from getting fish and chips, so we sat beside it, watched the bastard burn while eating our fish and chips.
Yeah.
Jase, you're a backbone. I can totally see you in a Peugeot. You are pretentious enough to get away with it.
Yeah, well, this is the other thing too, because what we didn't talk about was the massive amount of kudos I'd get from it, driving around.
From who?
From all the people would see me in the Peugeot and go, yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Successful dude. Great beard.
Yeah, man.
Great
Cool
sneakers.
shirt.
Cool shirt. He's obviously massively successful in life.
All right, well, let's unveil the results of the huge poll.
Well, here it is. Should I buy the Peugeot? 53% of the punters out there said yes.
So what are you going to do? Are you going to buy it?
47% of the punters out there said nay, Hoodie J, nay. Now, my only concern here is that the 53% of the people that said yes are just doing it because they're taking the piss.
Why would they be taking the piss?
Because they want me to buy a car that's going to be an absolute disaster from beginning to end.
I have actually put some thought into this, and I was vehemently against you buying it. I've thought about it, and what I don't know about Peugeots, I've never owned one in my life. No one I know owns one, and that's probably because they're terrible, right? But I don't have enough knowledge on the car to make a decision on it for you. You said it was an old lady owner. It's low K. It drove beautifully. Are you the kind of guy that gets your car serviced every 6 months? Or?
I get serviced all the time, Keyzie.
Right, okay. So that'll be that covered. You're going to have to do that with a Peugeot. You're going to have to make sure you're giving it regular checks and really look after it.
And there's going to be a few people that are going to want to service Hoodie J when they see me driving in that bastard.
Oh, God.
Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Tenacious D there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. The time is 25 minutes to 5 o'clock.
Hey, Jase, have you heard of rugby league?
Yeah, man.
So it's a sport.
I bleed rugby league, Keyzie.
Right.
I've got rugby league pumping through my veins, mate.
Right.
Yeah.
Like literally.
Yeah, totally.
Nice. So the NRL this season, it's kicking off. What date is it kicking off again?
Oh, the NRL?
Yeah, just because it's going through your veins and that.
Oh, it's always funny, isn't it? Because I get so involved working out what the teams are going to be and stuff. I forget the dates of when it's all
2nd
started.
of March. Sorry,
2nd of March.
2nd of March. I've just got it here. They're doing a double header, of course, over in Las Vegas to celebrate the season launch. You've got the Sea Eagles taking on the Rabbitohs and the Roosters taking on the Broncos and our mates at boystrip.co.nz. You love those guys, eh?
Yeah, totally, man.
They've put together a sweet prize for 2 people. Flights to Las Vegas, 5-star accommodation while you're there, tickets to the double header. It'll be a hoot if you're keen to enter Vegas to 3483.
Yeah, that's seriously a bloody good prize, actually, so get involved in that. Also, $1 million to spend at the casino, I believe, Keyzie.
Right, yeah, it's just I know we were sort of kicking that about last year, but there's nothing written down here about that.
Oh, yeah, no, it wasn't written down. But,
right.
Yeah, no, I was talking in the office. I heard people talking in the office there. $1 million at the casino.
No, I know.
You know what? I mean, if I was in that scenario, what I would seriously do, I wouldn't even spend it. I'd just take the $1 million.
Oh, you're so crafty. Yeah. My brain thinks, man, spend it straight away, all of it.
Yeah, you're thinking Queen of the Nile, aren't you?
Yeah, Queen of the Nile. Boom, gone. So good. But yeah, Vegas to 3483 if you're keen to get in the draw for that. Jase, had a bit of a dilemma overnight involving my life partner.
Midnight steamer?
It's not... Every issue I have is not just a midnight steamer, right? It's like a one-time thing ages ago. It was like over a year ago.
Well, no, there's been 2 or 3, Keyzie.
Yeah. Can you stop counting my steamers, please?
And also, what did your wife? Was she in the spare room again?
No, she wasn't in the spare room. So, but this is sort of related to that, I guess. So she had a really bad sleep the other night because I was snoring and wouldn't wake up.
Because you were steamed.
And she went to the spare room. What was causing it is neither here nor there, Jase.
Well, it'd be the booze and your massive honker, wouldn't it?
And so today, she's still a bit tired, so she didn't sleep very well last night either for whatever reason. And she's currently doing a detox because over Christmas you're eating a lot of ham, chockies, desserts, all sorts of things. She's like, I'd love to do. I've never done a detox before, which is where you basically just cut out stuff like sugars and carbs and that. You just eat, like meat and salad for every meal, basically. So she's doing that. But she's 5 days in and she's pretty tired. She's not had a bad day at work, but she's just been a bit down and she really wants some chocolate.
Yeah.
She's like, let's go have a treat tonight. Let's go get an ice cream. Let's just do it. I'm just going to break the detox. She's still got a week left to do of this detox. What am I supposed to do as her husband? Do I say, yeah, go for it, man, let's break it? Or do I give her support and say, nah, are you sure you want to break this thing?
No, I definitely think you should say, look, fill your boots.
Fill your boots.
Because you were saying off air that her whining is driving you absolutely crazy. And if someone is detoxing, Keyzie, trust me on this.
Right, you've detoxed?
My wife has.
Yeah.
Off the treats. We're talking chockies, aren't we?
Yeah,
We're talking all that
chockies
sort of stuff.
and ice cream.
Mate, just pile it into her.
Right.
Because as you were saying, it's bad enough when it's just normal, but if it's gonna be exacerbated by the fact that she's detoxing.
Yeah, right.
So my advice to you would be a massively supportive enabler and just go and buy chocolate, ice cream and tell her to get stuck into it and you'll love her no matter what.
Right, okay. Because my sort of thing was, what I was going to do, but I won't now, was sort of say, are you sure you want to do this? Because of course I'll go do that with you, but are you sure you want to, just sort of let her make her mind up on things and then support her regardless? That's what I was going to do?
Oh, no, don't do that.
Right.
No, don't do that. But, you're giving up the booze as well, aren't you? One day a
Did we
week
lock that in? I feel like we didn't lock that in.
Well, as I say, I think you've got to be realistic about that sort of stuff.
Yeah, right, okay.
But no, tell her to fill her boots. Because as you say, I don't want Keyzie coming in here and bleating and moaning every time he comes to work about how annoying his wife is.
Yeah, that always happens, yeah.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Tune.
So good.
Seriously, man, I love that song.
Who is it again?
Pearl Jam, Black.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
right.
It really does genuinely take me back to my heyday.
Well, you were wearing your headphones for the entirety of the song, looking out the window.
Yeah, man.
And not saying anything.
That's what I do. That's what I do at home with a durry, except I don't have the durries anymore.
Yeah, okay.
So now I just have my skull candies on.
Yeah.
And I just stare out blankly with no durries.
Yeah, it's a shame, man.
Or beersies.
Yeah.
God, my life sucks. Hey, now listen, after 5 o'clock... There's plenty happening. I know, Keyzie, because we're going to the Mount on Friday.
Yeah.
The Black Clash this weekend. You've got some concerns in that regard.
Just around that. So we're going to the Mount. Obviously, the Black Clash is on Saturday night. However, Friday we're doing a live show from Bruco on the main street of the Mount.
Yes.
Mogi will be there as well. And I grew up in Tauranga. I grew up at the Mount. There's a certain way of behaving when you're there to fit in. And I'm just worried that you, not so much Mogi, but mostly you just need to sort of get your head around the vibe and how to act and how to speak and stuff when you're at the Mount so you don't embarrass me by association.
I just find it really funny that, I think of baby or Kitty Keyzie,
Right.
talking about fitting in.
Oh, I fit in, man.
But, look, I'm happy to take your advice. But
It's
having
just
said
little
that-
tweaks.
Yeah, that's no problem at all. Also, of course, I went to Tasmania over the summer break there. I'll be talking a little bit about that because it wasn't without drama, Keyzie.
No way.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Welcome back, you massive backbones. Hope your Tuesday's going along very nicely indeed. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night Day. And just on that front, don't forget, everyone that texts in on 3483 and or sends us a talkback, go on your iHeart app. There's a little microphone there. You can send us messages directly to the studio, which we then play in the studio, or gives us a call on 0800 Hodaki. Goes in the draw for a $50 Night Day voucher, Keyzie?
Yeah, that's right, Jase. Night and Day, obviously one of our favourite stops whenever we're on a roadie. We'll be doing a roadie this Friday.
Yes.
Down to the Mount for our live show from Bruco there. You're pulling into a Night and Day. What do you go for in terms of a snack? Because I'm a lasagna topper guy.
Yeah, I go lasagna topper.
Oh, cool. Just copy me. That's
and also
cool.
milk, thick shakes.
Oh, thick shake.
Super thick shakes.
Yeah, that's right, because they've got the best milkshakes in town.
Massively so. Massively so.
And we do have a big hour coming up, especially next. And this is something I wanted to do yesterday. We didn't quite have time. I want to set aside time for this. It's just... We are going to the Mount, as I mentioned. I am from the Bay of Plenty area. Jase, you're quite clearly from Auckland.
Well, I come from Rotorua, actually,
Yeah, but
Keyzie.
how long ago was that? Like 60
that's
years
way
ago.
more hardcore than your fancy pants Mount.
Yeah, but we're going to the Fancy Pants Mount. That's what I'm saying.
Sure.
You give off massive Auckland vibes, and we just need to rein it in a bit and get you ready to go to Mount Maunganui.
Yeah, great stuff.
So we'll do that next, all right?
Yeah, that sounds good, man. Also, incidentally, we just posted a photo on the Instagram account there of Keyzie and I in our cool summer sunglasses. Have your say, because... quite genuinely, when Keyzie came in with those sunglasses today, I thought he was taking the piss.
Now that I'm looking at the photo...
I thought that they were comedy sunglasses. I could be wrong, but I want to know people's opinion.
Yeah, so go on there and comment whose glasses you like better, because I'm pretty sure it's mine.
In the
Hodaki
meantime,
Big Show.
here's Super Groove.
The Hodaki Big Show. Weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
The Cult there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon, 14 minutes past 5 o'clock.
Jase, this Friday, the Big Show will be doing its first live show of the year from Bruco.
Looking forward to that, man. It's going to be good.
It's going to be excellent. Main Street of the Mount is where Bruco is. Mogi will be there as well. From 4 till 7, we will be doing a show live from the Export Beer Garden there. Now, one thing I am a bit worried about, and I can let it slide when we're going places, Canterbury, Taranaki, or anywhere else around the country, but when we're going to my hometown, there's just a few things you need to be aware of, because, Mount Maunganui, it's a trendy place. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah, so you don't even know. See, God, this is worse than I thought.
Yeah.
So,
look, I've been to the Mount. I mean, as you know, Keyzie, I'm a keen surfer, so...
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
But surfing terminology, I mean, you might be a keen surfer, but that's a really big thing at the Mount, so there'll be a few of those things. But in terms of how you dress, do you have any arm tattoos?
Can I just before we get into that, is it true? Because I was speaking to Mon the other day, because he used to have a little
My mum.
yeah, a paddling pool out the back, that they used to have to put you in a wetsuit because you'd get a cold, you'd get a bit chilled and get a bit snotty and stuff.
It was a rash shirt.
Oh, rash shirt. Okay, and the sort of the blow up sort of arm pad.
Oh, the floaties.
Yeah, the floaties.
Yeah, rash shirt and floaties, and then I'd hit the crocodile mile set and hop in the paddling pool. That's right.
Yeah. Sorry, Keyzie. What was the question?
So, at the moment in Mount Maunganui, there's a certain way you need to dress, right? Do you have any arm tattoos, like tribal stuff at all? Anything like that?
I've got one on my finger.
No, okay. So, do you have any NBA singlets?
Yes.
Wear an NBA singlet, okay? Because we're going to be staying at the Mount area. So wear an NBA singlet. Do you have any backwards hats you can wear?
The only thing that the only excuse me, the only issue I have with the singlets is the side boob.
Yeah, well,
I've got massive, because my pecs are quite big at the moment. I've got massive side boob.
That's not pec action, is it?
Yeah, no, it is. My pecs are like a shelf now.
Wow.
So, yeah. But, yeah, no, I can wear a singlet. What else?
If you had a cool new ute that was raised up, like a Ford Ranger or a Mazda or Mitsubishi, whatever,
Peugeot?
Maybe, actually, no, go on the Hodaki ute. That'll do. So
okay.
So that people see you, NBA singlet, backwards hat, tattoos, in a ute, they go, okay, that guy's clearly from the Mount.
Oh, yeah, but I just think people wearing backwards hats look stupid. No offence, Keyzie.
I'm not wearing one right now, but offence taken. The other thing, which is almost most important, is the way people talk down there. They grow up near the beach, so there's a lot of terms that they use, and you might not understand them, but I can run you through a few of them now.
Sure, hit me.
For example, massive waves, they call them massive curlers because they're curling over, right?
Sure.
Rip curl, for example. So they're called massive curlers. So if
you do at midnight sometimes after you've had some curries and some beersies.
So another one is if someone's saying, do you want to go curl one out? They're saying, let's go surfing.
Oh, right.
So if anyone invites you to go curl one out, it means, do you want to go for a surf?
Well, funnily enough, I tend to curl one out before I go for a surf.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I haven't made that connection before. Yeah, that's quite funny. I've never noticed that.
Yeah.
If you ever hear someone talking about a massive floater, they're saying it's their longboard.
Right, yeah.
It's like a colloquial term for the longboard. That's obviously longer than a regular surfboard. They call them massive.
Well, I know what a longboard is, Keyzie.
Yeah,
I was New Zealand kneeboarding champion for 2 years running, mate. You don't need to tell me what a longboard is.
So that's a massive floater. Okay, stop saying longboard. Massive floater.
Okay, sure. Should I bring my massive floater down?
Yes. See, that's great.
Yeah, great.
Dropping a deuce means hanging 10. So when you do that thing where you're riding the wave, and then you go up to the front of the board and you hang your toes over the end. You hang 10.
Oh, yes.
That's called dropping a deuce in Tauranga. Like back in the day, it was called hanging 10. Dropping a deuce now. So just
dropping a deuce. Yeah, cool.
And there's two ways you can surf. You can surf sort of facing the wave or away from it. If you're facing away from it, it's called backdoor action.
Sure.
So do you want to
So if I'm facing away from the wave,
backdoor action.
Okay, so I could say to the fellas, I'm up to have a bit of backdoor action.
That's right. I'm gonna, yeah, exactly. I'm going to go curl one out.
And then have some backdoor action.
Correct. So that's how it works, yeah.
Okay, yeah, cool.
I can write you a list if you want, or do you reckon you remember those?
Oh, no, if you could write me a list, that'd be good.
All right, we'll do that.
Actually, put it on the app, Keyzie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good on you, Jase.
Backdoor action, huh?
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Yes, indeed. Smashing Pumpkins there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. The time is 5:27. Now, you'll know, Keyzie, over the Christmas break, I went to beautiful Tasmania, mate. Tassie.
Any good?
Yeah, really good, man. Actually, genuinely. If you want to know what sort of Hobart's like in Tasmania, the sort of city area, just imagine Wellington. It's basically like someone picked up Wellington and dropped it in Australia.
Right, and I remember, because I've been there as well, it's kind of Northland vibes as well.
Yes, very... Keyzie.
What? It is.
You haven't been there, you're just talking through a hole in your ass.
Well, because I've
heard me say that off air. And when you go into the outer ranges there, into the sort of rural areas, yes, very Northland vibes.
Yeah, that's right.
Lots of really nice beaches and stuff, but it wasn't without drama, Keyzie.
Of course, because this is, if you've just joined us, you don't know this, whenever we travel, whenever we go anywhere, or whenever you go anywhere on your own, you seem to attract drama. Things happen to you that don't happen to normal people.
That's true.
So, for example, we went down to Wellington, you put your stuff in the tray to go through the x-ray machine at the airport, it came out the other side, upside down with your shoes getting stuck in the rollers, and it went to the side because you had a lighter in your bag. Things like that.
That's not true, Keyzie. I had 4 lighters in my bag.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, that was actually the issue.
So stuff like that always happens.
Well, funnily enough, 2 days before we left for Tasmania, I was in the lounge, my wife was in the bedroom.
The lounge or the sun lounge?
No, the first lounge.
And she was in the boudoir.
She was in the boudoir.
Right.
Fully clothed, by the way.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I don't want you to suggest that
I
she
didn't
was
suggest
naked,
anything.
Keyzie. Can you keep the filth to a minimum, please? But anyway, I was sitting in the lounge and I heard her go, "Oh, you are effing kidding me."
Oh, no.
And I was like, what the hell's gone wrong? What? So I ran into the boudoir. She was actually nude. And I said, darling, what's wrong? And Terry sort of muscled past me and stuff. And she said, true story, they cancelled our flight to Tasmania.
What?
This is 2 days out from us flying out. And I was like, you are joking.
What was the reason?
The reason was some sort of mechanical problem with the plane.
Right.
Something to do with oil and blah, blah, blah. And they weren't able to fix it up before we left. Just get another plane, for God's sake.
Yeah, it's that easy.
It's 2 days away.
Yeah, easy as.
And so we were like, oh, good one. So we looked it up. When's the next flight to bloody Hobart then? It was 2 days later, which
You're
would have...
joking.
Which would have... Keyzie.
Sorry.
Which would have just completely, ruined our holiday because we were only there for 5 days.
Yeah.
In the end, what happened was we had to go via Melbourne.
Oh, was it? How much longer was that?
Yeah, well, it sort of took up most of the day.
Oh, wow.
Which was Keyzie.
What?
Which was, annoying.
Yeah, that is.
Because then when you have to do a stopover instead of just going straight there.
Yeah.
And then in Melbourne...
Like a detour,
going through customs... The old poocher's Keyzie.
Poocher?
And
Oh,
I
like a dog.
Yeah, the dog. And I've got my little bag there, my little carry-on bag.
Yeah, your
the
little
dog
one.
comes up to me, but then suddenly, drama.
Oh, dog squad action.
Dog squad action. And he stopped and sat down next to me, which is an indication from them. And he was like, we need to check your bag, sir.
Oh, my God.
This is true. And I was like... And the freaky thing about it was, actually, it was a bag that I hadn't used in ages.
Oh, no.
And I suddenly went, oh, because I like a bit of greenery every now and then.
Basil.
Yeah, a bit of basil. And I
Yeah.
was like, thank you. Went through the bag, all good.
Right.
All good. So that was that drama. Then I lost my wallet when I got to Tasmania, the second time in 3 months.
Did you try to tell the person with the dog that you narrate the Dog Squad TV show in New Zealand?
Yes, I did do that, actually.
And did they think it's funny?
Yeah, they thought it was very funny. Mind you, I found that the customs in Australia is a bit more full on.
Yeah.
They're a bit more aggro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, hard
Keyzie.
out. What?
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Supergrass there on the Radio Hodaki Big Show. And this is a bit of a new segment because I don't know if the audience is aware of this. We're into our gaming, aren't we, Keyzie?
Yeah, Jase, we're into our gaming. And at the end of last year as well, we got Pugs a bit of a thank you present at PlayStation 5. So he can be into his gaming like me and you, Jase.
Actually, and we've got Pugs Son in the studio with us. Just on there, because I haven't asked you, Pugs, how's that been?
Man, let me take the opportunity to thank you guys again for that because that literally blew my mind late last year. Anyway, it's been epic. It's been absolutely unreal. Obviously, I had to go to Japan. So I couldn't really play it.
Oh, classic Pug son.
But then every opportunity outside of that trip, I've been absolutely honing it.
Yeah, great, because it was. I enjoyed setting it up with you when you first got it, because you were a bit unsure how to plug it all in and that.
Yeah, I really appreciated it because then you and I jammed a bit of Fortnite as well on duos there, which you outshined me, but yeah, it was fun.
That's just experience, Pugs. Hey, but I wanted to get your guys' view on a new one that's come out, Red Dead Redemption 2. Your thoughts?
I mean, it was good when it came out. Was it like 4 years ago? 5? Yeah, but I liked it then, Jase. Are you just playing it now?
No,
mate?
this is Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah. Because the first one came out like 15 years ago.
Yeah.
But no, great game, Jase. If you're just playing it now, you're in for a treat, mate.
Look, I'll be really honest with you. I found it a little bit too long, fellas.
Did you?
Yeah. I found it a bit long. And there's also an element too. There's also an element, a part of the game is where you have to build a house.
At the end there.
True.
Which took way too long.
It did,
you know what I mean? Yeah.
You're a man of action.
Definitely.
That's a hot take. What are you playing at the moment, Pugs?
I am playing Fortnite and Elden Ring.
Elden Ring. Jase, have you played Elden Ring?
Now, Jase, you're a big Elden Ring guy, aren't you?
Yeah, totally, totally. I tell you what, the key to that is once you get the wizard's hat, that actually, because I was getting a bit annoyed with that game until I got the wizard's hat, and then it really opens it up for you.
Oh, what does the wizard's hat do?
It's more what it doesn't do, Pugs.
Yeah, it's a vibe thing, Pugs.
Okay.
What build did you go for at the start? Because I went for sort of a warrior build with 2 swords. What did you go for?
Yep, similar actually.
Oh, really?
True.
I went samurai.
Sorry, you went what?
Samurai.
Samurai. Yeah,
Samurai,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Samurai.
2 swords.
Yeah.
And a pickaxe.
Right. Right. And how long did it take you to get through that game?
Which one?
Elden Ring.
Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Oh, look, I nailed it in the first time I played it.
Oh, right.
So
Because it's like 200 hours
In
long.
one go.
it can be.
Holy moly.
Well, let me tell you, fellas, it was a hell of a session.
Right. Did you speed run it?
Very much so. Well, I got it straight away, so I kind of zapped through it. What would take you guys 2 hours, it took me 2.
Right.
200 hours, it took me 2.
Right, okay, yeah.
Pugs, what have you, I know it's in the future, what are you thinking of playing next?
I'm thinking of playing Demon Souls and
Oh, yeah.
God of War. You like Demon Souls?
Totes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're into the Souls sort of games.
What
yeah,
about
yeah,
God
yeah.
of War? Do you like
yeah,
God
you
of
like
War?
God of War, Jase?
I'm more into Buzzy Island.
Did you clock Buzzy Island?
Pardon?
Did you clock it?
Oh, yeah, man.
No, clock it.
Oh.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
T-Rex here on the radio, Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. Hey, Keyzie,
Yeah.
have you heard about the 10K Backbone Shout?
Oh, the Backbone shout-out. Yep, I have.
Well, no, it's just the Backbone Shout, Keyzie.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, for God's sake, get it right, mate.
10K that you can win by filming yourself yelling Backbone. Is that right?
Yeah, totally.
That's right. Thanks to Super Liquor, they've come along. They've given us a whole heap of cash. We've been running this over summer, and we're wrapping things up next week. So if you want to get some cash, this is your last opportunity to get your phone out, film yourself yelling Backbone, and then upload it on Instagram and tag us, or at hodaki.co.nz.
Because I'm picking, actually, Keyzie, there's going to be a lot of people over the holidays that racked out some serious debt.
Oh,
you
absolutely.
know, chuck it on the credit card, mate. You'll be sweet as. I'll sort that out later in the year. Imagine what 10K could do for you.
For me right now, it would pay for a holiday to leave here because I obviously worked all the way over Christmas.
Yeah, that's because you had a month off for your honeymoon before Christmas.
Oh, I had 8 weeks leave last year. It was
Oh,
ridiculous.
yeah.
So that's 100% correct. But yeah, I'd probably pay for a holiday, or I've always wanted to just get like a big group of all my mates and shout them all like away for a weekend somewhere.
That's so funny because when we go out, you're really reticent about actually getting your wallet out.
Am I?
Yeah.
I don't feel like so this is actually a topic we need to bring up because
sure.
every time we go out and have a curry night, right? I'm ready to pay.
Yeah, sure.
And you quickly jump up and pay and go, I've got this one, fellas. And like some sort of like a kind gesture, which is very, very nice, Jase, and I appreciate it. But I don't want you to then accuse me of being cheap because you're the first one to jump up.
Keyzie, you're not cheap, mate.
Yeah,
You're
thanks,
all
mate.
right.
Yeah,
You're right.
thanks,
Hey, no, but I'll give you an example. Say, for example, you were doing a video. You could do something like, "G'day there, it's Jason Hoyt. I'm a top radio DJ. Backbone!"
Yeah, but if you wanted to win the cash, you could do something like get your mates around you and yell Backbone, something like that, something cool. You know what I mean, Jase?
So if you were to do that scenario, Keyzie, what mates would you get around you?
Oh, Pug, son. Probably Mogi.
Wow.
Probably my wife. You get a good crew around me, I reckon. You could yell that.
Sure.
But look, get in the draw because we're wrapping things up. Super Liquor have given us 10 grand. It's a lot of money. Hodaki.co.nz if you want more details.
Into next week?
Into next week.
Yeah, so get it in there quick, smart. In the meantime, here's Gorillas.
The Hodaki Big Show. Weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Oh, yes, indeed. Gorillas there on the radio Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday evening. Now, listen, after 6, we're going to bring back a classic of the Big Show. What's for tea, New Zealand?
Oh, such a good segment, Jase. How does it work again?
Well, people send in on 3483 what they're having for tea.
Yeah.
And we have a bit of a chit-chat about that. Incidentally, just on that, by the way, Keyzie, my wife's going out to a movie with her mates tonight, so it's Bachelor Hoity tonight. The old frozen pizza for Hoity
Really?
J. Yeah, man.
My wife's going out as well. Should we team up?
Nah.
Hey, everyone that does text through on 3483 with what they're having for dinner goes in the draw for a $50 night day voucher.
Yeah, great stuff.
So it's worth doing.
We'll get into that after 6, as well as what's on the TV with Mike Minogue.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Welcome back, you massive backbones. Nice to have your company. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Night Day. The podcast outro, which is a podcast we do outside of the radio show. Today, the focus was very much on sunnies, if I recall correctly, Keyzie.
That's right. We both got some new sunnies over summer. We put a photo up on the Hodaki Big Show's Instagram. So if you want to have a look and vote as to who's got the best sunnies, feel free to do so. And in the meantime, here is a small clip of today's podcast. The fact that you've actually gone to a sunny sunglasses hut or something and then paid $75 for them is huge blowout.
Can I just say?
I mean, they're called diesel.
I didn't go to a sunglasses hut for a start. I did actually go to Ray-Ban. And I texted my wife because I found the perfect pair of Ray-Bans.
Were they Peugeots?
I don't think they are diesel. Oh, yeah, no, they're diesel.
The diesel brand, which is sick.
Well, just on that, because we said to people, go and check it out on the Instagram account there. What's the general vibe in terms of who has the coolest sunglasses, Keyzie? Because I'm very confident.
Someone here saying I look like I'm sporting transitional lenses.
Yes.
Hoity J, the backbone. Someone wants to know if we got them from Temu. I look more steamed than usual.
Yeah, well, the thing about your ones, which I mentioned earlier in the show, is I thought you were taking the piss.
No, I'm not.
I seriously thought they were comedy sunglasses.
Keyzie looks like he's wearing those disguise glasses that come with the fake moustache attached. Jase by a long shot.
Yeah.
Someone here even is getting pretty hot and heavy with you there, Jase, saying that you look hot with a little love heart.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Well, I didn't say that. Some random said that.
Oh,
I think it's a bot, actually.
this is a tune. Coming up, food chat.
The Hodaki Big Show. Weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Faith No More there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday evening, and we've brought back an old classic because, why not, fellas?
Yes,
Thanks,
so
Jase.
good.
Yeah.
No, you're not the old classic Pugs.
Yeah, well, Pug's son is.
Oh,
Thanks.
I
Yeah.
thought the classic was the break, the segment we're doing, What's for Dinner New Zealand.
Yeah, well, that as well. And I tell you what, the people have responded on 348.
Yeah, they have. But before we get into that, we should say what we're having for dinner.
Well, no, let's get into those first, Keyzie. And because I love knowing what the punters are eating for dinner. So what are we looking at here?
All right, so keep the text coming in on 3483. Everyone that comes through in the draw for a night and day voucher. G'day, guys. Steve here from Hamilton, getting out the old air fryer tonight, having lamb chops in the air fryer. Is that weird?
Yeah,
It is, isn't it?
it's almost unbelievable.
You can't have a go at... This is why we stopped the segment, Jase, because
Right.
you started dissing people's texts.
Sure.
Okay?
Okay.
So the next one I'm going to read out, don't diss it. Just, it's just what people are actually having.
All right, man.
G'day, guys. Been a busy day at work, so just going to get some fish and chips tonight. Kiwi Classic. Cheers. That's from Shayna.
Yum.
Okay.
What are you having for dinner, Jase?
No, that's... Well, there's a couple more,
Oh,
Keyzie. You can't do two and that's it. Come on, man.
All right.
People have made the effort of texting in on 3483.
Hey guys, gonna grab a pie from the servo because I'm working late. G'day guys. Sorry. Hey guys, stuffed schnitzel tonight. That sounds yummy. Usually with ham and cheese. G'day team. Nothing on the menu. Wouldn't mind one of those $50 night and day vouchers though, so I could have dinner. G'day guys. Yeah, it's just how it is.
Yeah, sure. What are you having for tea, Pug son?
Oh, ramen.
Are you having ramen?
Why would you say that?
Because you're pug son.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. Now, what are you having for dinner though, mate?
I'm having a beef vermicelli.
Oh, like
Beef
Vietnamese.
minced vermicelli.
Yeah, nice, Keyzie. Because you're bacheloring it tonight as well, eh?
Yeah.
Let's send pics of our meals to each other.
Yeah, man. I'm having beef burritos.
Beef burritos.
Leftover
yep.
beef burritos,
Yum.
which we made a big batch of chili and froze it ages ago, getting that out.
Smart.
I'm
Making burritos.
having a thin crusted beef meat lovers pizza, but
Lot of
with
beef action.
Hoity J touches, a bit more of my own special sauce. Just all over the pizza there.
So beef meat lovers, Hoity J's special sauce.
Are you ordering the pizza and customizing it?
No, I've got it in the freezer.
a frozen one?
My hand-reared olives, lemon zest, anchovies, and probably add a bit more meat.
Oh, you know what goes good on a pizza is basil.
The Hodaki Big Show podcast.
Oh, yes, indeed. Metallica there on the radio. Hodaki Big Show this Tuesday afternoon. And right now it's time for your favourite segment.
What's on the telly with Mike Minogue.
That was pretty good then, actually.
Thank you. I wanted to interrupt halfway through and say eyes to the front, Hoity J,
Right.
but I didn't.
Did
Stuck
my
with it.
eyes wander, did they?
big time.
Yeah, well, this is what I'm finding, actually, which we haven't talked about very much. The summer periods, Keyzie, and being in a glass studio and being very close to a gym.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
A lot of people I notice, walk past in their gym gear. What do you mean you don't know what I'm talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's all you talk about off air, Keyzie.
All I talk about is what I've watched on TV.
To the point where actually I've, and I'm a pretty open-minded, liberal kind of guy, where I've gone, jeez, Keyzie, come on, mate.
Really?
Like if you said that stuff in the office, it'd be HR all over.
What was I saying, Jase?
Oh, look, I can't say it on
Can't
here.
you?
We'd have broadcasting complaints coming up the wazoo.
Oh. So why are we even mentioning it then,
But what I'm intrigued about is why we ever got into that hum. Was that a Mogi thing?
He started just going, yeah, and then eventually, yeah, and then that.
Yeah, okay.
Do you think we get rid of it?
Hey, listen, I'm watching a really good series at the moment, Netflix, Boy Swallows Universe, based on the fantastic Australian novel of the same name, which was hugely popular. It's basically the story of Eli, a young fella who lives in a very dysfunctional household. His mum's a drug addict. His stepfather's a drug dealer. His father's a massive alcoholic drunk. Amazing cast. Did you ever watch the series, what was it called? Vikings?
A few episodes.
Travis Fimmel, who was the main sort of Viking guy, he's one of the main characters in it. Very good. It's a really, really good watch. A drama, but there's plenty of comedy in it. Brian Brown, also the Australian actors in it. Highly recommended. Funny, moving, frightening, all of those things, and it keeps you engaged. 5 stars from Hoodie J.
Netflix.
Netflix. Boy Swallows Universe.
I'm watching on Netflix something that you might have watched last year, the latest season of The Crown.
Oh, yes.
Because Luce, my wife, is all like, I want to watch about Princess Diana and Kate and Wills and all that.
Yes.
And so we've just come in hot, season 6. We don't know who any of the characters are. We know who the Queen is, quite obviously, and Diana. Figuring it all out. And we've just got to the episode where Diana's had the car crash and has passed away.
Yes.
And I found it interesting and all the behind the scenes stuff, but it's just like I'm struggling to get into a TV show where you kind of know the storyline because it happened in your life.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, the whole idea of it, though, is that there's a lot of things you don't know behind the scenes. You know what I mean? And things that went on with the royal family when that happened, which was a massive palaver, obviously.
It was huge.
And, of course, they had all the drama about, was it actually organised by the royal family? Did they want to get rid of her because she was such a pain in the Keyzie that they went, let's get her off the planet?
Well, to be honest, the whole time the Queen, who's played by the same lady that plays this character I hate in Harry Potter, she hates Diana.
Yes.
And they're definitely keeping the door open for a bit of the Queen wants her gone.
Look, and the one thing I will say about The Crown is throughout all the series, actually it doesn't drop its standards.
It is pretty good, isn't it?
It's a pretty high standard show. So if you're at a real loss and you haven't seen The Crown, give it a bit of a whiz, I say.
Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
Good tune, that one, Keyzie?
Moby.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's so good.
Do you like it, though? I genuinely like that song.
I can see you listening to that on your deck.
With my
skull candies on, nodding along, going, yeah, man.
Yeah, totes.
It is good, a bit of Moby there.
Yeah, now listen, very exciting news. You may have heard this yesterday and today. The Big Show on the road again. A few people have texted in and talked back in and said, where the hell's Mogi? Well, the good news is we are on the road again, and Mogi's going to be joining us on the road this Friday down at Mount Maunganui. Whereabouts, Keyzie?
Brewco. It's on the main street. We're doing the show from the Export Beer Garden. It will be our first live show of the year, Mogi's first show of the year, and it's the night before the Black Clash, isn't it? Which is a massive party. So if you are going down to Tauranga, come along to Brewco and watch the show and turn it into a weekend affair.
Yeah, totally, man. And just on the live show, we've got vouchers to give away for food and beverages and so forth. We've got Backbone T-shirts to give away. And I had a little word with Mogi earlier on today, and he was saying he's prepared to drop his selfies down to $20 a pop.
20 bullshit. Really?
Yeah, seriously,
it's
man.
Usually 60.
Yeah, $60. So it's, 70% off, basically. So if you want a selfie with Mogi, and he's looking great at the moment, by the way, come along to Brewco, and it's on the main road at Mount Maunganui. Am I correct there?
The main street of the Mounts, in the middle of all the shops there. I'm sure you'll find it if you Google it. Actually, just on that, Jay, seeing as you are my agent, I was asked the other day how much for a selfie with me, how much I should be charging, and I didn't know. So I just did one for free, which is my instinct. what would you sort of recommend?
No, I think that's a good instinct. No one knows who you are yet.
Right.
So it's not worth anything.
Right. And so obviously heaps of people know who you are, right?
10 years, Keyzie.
Yeah.
I'd be, if I was you, $10.
$10.
Yeah.
$1 a year.
Yeah.
So everyone knows who you are, right?
Yeah.
No, there's not anyone in the world that would go, oh, who's that guy again?
Yeah, there isn't. There is not a single person in the world that looks at me and goes, I don't know who that guy is.
Oh, he looks kind of familiar.
Actually, funnily enough, I had a friend message me the other day because someone was wearing one of those Jason Hoyt T-shirts.
Oh, yes.
And she was like, my God, what the is that? And I said, oh, yeah, they've been around a while. And she wanted me to go to the shop to meet the guy. And I was like, nah.
Yeah.
But
I could imagine the guy.
Your instincts were good.
Okay. But how much are you charging?
I don't charge anything, mate. I'm just a good bastard.
Right, so I should not charge anything and be a good bastard as well. That's why.
No, you should not charge anything because no one will want to pay it.
Right.
And then you'd have no selfies and feel even worse about yourself.
Right, okay, because
You know
I
what
feel
I mean?
quite good about myself.
Well, you shouldn't.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Well, there you go, you massive backbones. That's your Tuesday show done and dusted. Any sporting outings for you tonight, Keyzie?
Nah, tonight I'm going to go for a walk with my wife. Straight after the show there, go for a walk around the block.
Yeah, that makes sense, actually, because you've been talking a lot about the fact how you've kind of ditched her over the holidays a lot, and she, you feel quite bad about it, as you should.
Well, I certainly do.
Especially given that you were just getting on the piss all the time and leaving her at home and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you do need to make amends there, Keyzie.
Yeah, well, I think, one short walk around our block
Sure,
will fix things.
Looking at properties?
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah.
More just me apologising.
Yeah.
Eyes down at the footpath.
Yeah.
That'll be me.
Just being humble.
Yeah.
Yeah, good on you,
Being a
mate.
humble scucks, Jase.
And what people don't know, actually, is Keyzie's got the same car park as me now, so we can have a little walk together every night too, Keyzie.
That's right, and I was saying to my wife that I need an umbrella.
My wife!
But then I was like, wait, no, I don't need an umbrella. Jase has got one.
Yeah, but I always leave mine at home. That was an absolute bugger yesterday. It's been beautiful the last 10 days. I turn up to work and it's pissing down.
Yeah.
Did I bring my umbrella?
No.
Good stuff. Well, yeah, well, since you've asked, Keyzie.
I was about to.
I'm down to the gym, straight from here to the gym.
Right.
Do that a couple of hours.
What day is it?
Pardon?
What gym workout day is it?
Every day is just all body day.
Right.
Yeah, I don't cop out with leg day or chest day.
I feel like you should.
And yeah, then I have a bit of protein, a bit of a protein shake, make love and go to sleep.
What flavour protein shake?
Hemp powder, banana, black currants,
Right.
and yogurt,
Lemon zest?
and nutmeg.
Oh, yum.
Not nutmeg. What's that?
Cinnamon?
No, the chocolatey sort
Sriracha?
of. No,
Golden syrup? Cocoa?
It's like peanut butter, but it's
Nutella.
Nutella. I put a spoonful of Nutella in there. Hey, but listen, it's been a pleasure bringing you the show today. We'll be back same time, same place tomorrow. Until then, see you
ya.
later.